we'd love you to check out the show because we do film this live. We have 3 HD cameras thanks to Furman and AP Productions, and we have Lisa Solis behind the wheels back there. So go to donandgino.com, DONANDGINO.com, and click on the live streaming button, and voila, you'll enter the Vault Media Studio right here at Skyline Home Loans.
Yeah, in fact, Don, let's talk about, you mentioned earlier, hopefully they're out shopping today. And one of the things that we wanted to talk about with Heber is how people shop these days. And you talked a little bit about young buyers and how people shop and how...
Not in shopping carts.
Not in shopping carts.
Okay.
But we
Hard
joked
to
a
put a
little bit
home
about...
in there.
Jeez, Don, let me speak, man.
I'm having fun.
Go away, peanut gallery. Listen, so I talked about Trillo. You know, it seems to be the hot topic. It comes up all the time. Trulia and Zillow got together. They've made this massive company, and it's a marketing company. It's not really something people think that's a great place to find a home or a great place to find value. It is an information aggregator. There's a lot of information there. But let's talk a little bit about, you know, how people see Zillow and how people should see Zillow.
Well, over 90% of homes or sales are started on the web nowadays. So people are going to be looking for something that has data that they don't have to tie themselves to. People don't want to commit to anybody or one person. They're basically just diving in, and they want to be able to pull right back out, right? So they don't want to contact anybody, and that's where they start their search. You know, essentially it's a scary topic, right? Real estate, one of the biggest purchases people will make in their lives. So anyways, what they're getting after is they want that information. They want it quick, they want it fast, and Zillow and Trulia does do that for them. However, once they do find a home that they like, what do they do with that? And Trillo and Trulia, they have resources, but you know, if you want to work with somebody that's a team, that's local, that has been doing this for a long time, you contact Tony or I, and we get you on that path to buying property. Zillow and Trulia has been taking the information. Sometimes it's not so up to date. So you go and I have clients call me all the time. They're like, "Hey, I found this house," and then I pull up the MLS, and guess what? It's sold. It was sold 6 months ago, or it's in escrow, and it's a very they get emotionally attached to the home because
so it's not directly connected to the MLS.
No, it's not.
Wow, that's confusing. I thought it was.
Yeah. Well, what they do is they're marketing companies, and in fact, there's a large lawsuit. And maybe our next guest can enlighten us on that later. But there's a lawsuit about the information and how they get the information, and I think that's still ongoing. There's going to be appeals, and there's going to be a lot of arguments about it. But the reality is that it's not a live feed to the MLS. So if you want a live feed to the MLS, we actually have a tool that allows you to do that. It's the Home Scouting Report, and Heber and Tony share a site that they can give you access to that does give you up-to-date information, accurate information straight from the MLS. So,
and without selling you anything. This is not a marketing company. This is actually just an extension of Heber's and Tony's great service to make sure that you have access to go look at all the available homes without anybody trying to sell you anything.
Yeah, by the way, when you put your name in on Zillow, what that happens is it immediately goes to multiple lenders and multiple loan officers so that they can contact you. So they're a lead aggregator. They're a marketing company. If you want access to the MLS, go to your Play Store or go to your Apple Store and download the Home Scouting Report and just type in Heber, Heber. That'll be your VIP code so you can access the homes directly in the MLS.
Heber Gonzalez is a VIP. Oh, wait, you're with Keller Williams VIP.
VIP Properties.
Everything
yes,
around you VIP. That's your service. VIP service, right?
Yeah, that's what I give.
No
that's
doubt.
What I provide
Why
to
don't
my
we
clients.
talk a little bit about that, because it's key, because we know you. We know what a great job you do. We know how great you and Tony work together, which is a wonderful thing, because there is a big difference with somebody who doesn't really look out for the client's best interest. They're looking out for their best interest. And you guys do a really good job. Share with us a little bit of the uniqueness of your team and how you guys work.
Well, Don, I've been working with Heber now for a couple of years now, and what I like most about Heber is that he shares the same philosophy as myself, in that we pride ourselves on honesty and fairness with our clients. We want to make sure that they have all their options at their disposition before making a decision. As professionals in real estate and in mortgage industry, we keep tabs of changes that are constantly happening before us so that we can best serve our clients. And like I said, Heber does a great job with staying current with technology, changes in the mortgage world, changes in real estate. And trust me, there's been a lot of change.
No.
And you want to be with someone that knows their industry well. Another thing he does is we both communicate very well with our clients as far as what's happening in the transaction, good, bad, or indifferent. The client wants to know, wants to be involved, wants to be wants to hear informed of all the information that is happening behind the scenes with their transaction.
Isn't that true? I mean, that's one of the things I think is a failure in our business is that until you have, I don't know, years and years of experience, you don't feel comfortable making the difficult call saying, hey, we encountered a hurdle. But in our business, we encounter hurdles every day. There's things on title, there's liens, there's all kinds of things that come up during a real estate transaction, easements, etc. Solar leases, a million things come up. But it's the experience that lets you pick up the phone and say, hey, we encountered a problem. Don't worry, we're working on it. We'll have a solution for you, or at least a proposed solution in the next few days.
Yeah, that's usually the first thing you should do is when it's the biggest thing, the biggest concern that you should relay the fastest. You know, the little information that's not so relevant, doesn't feel so relevant, but the big things that you kind of like, it's intimidating to make that call, but you come to learn that you need to make that call the
No doubt
fastest.
about it. I know. I want when the plane's going up and down, I want the pilot coming on and saying, hey, I got this. We know it's a little bit of turbulence. It'll end in a little bit. Well, we got this. When it's going up and down, we're like, I hope they're not getting on because they're holding on so tight.
Yeah, and that's what it is. I mean, I'm Mr. Analogy, so I love talking like that. But the reality is, a lot of these real estate transactions have turbulence, whether it be in the loan side or on the real estate transaction. There's turbulence. But you know what? I've been involved in thousands of transactions, and almost every single time, unless it's property condition, we land the plane. It really does close almost every single time. Usually property condition is the only thing that ends up breaking a deal.
Right.
The seller doesn't want to fix it. The buyer doesn't want to pay for it. That's 95% of the deals I've seen broken are for property condition.
All right. If you want great pilots in the real estate transaction, we have them right here in the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show. Heber, how can they get a hold of you?
You can email me at heber.gonzalez@hotmail, or you can call me on cell 626-808-3588.
Say that one more time.
Heber.gonzalez, Heber, Gonzalez, Gonzalez, at Hotmail, or cell phone 626-808-3588.
How about you, Mr. Tony Valdez with Skyline Home Loans?
Yes, indeed. You can find me at tonyvaldez.net, or you can reach out to me on my cell at 818-424-2607.
Great information. Thank you guys for joining us today.
Thanks for having
you guys
us.
are calm, cool, and collected because you know your stuff, and we love that. And also, we replay this show, just so you know, every day now because we video this. So if you go to donandgino.com, you can see our show every day at 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. That's right, 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. We replay the show just in case you missed it, but share it with your friends because this is great information everybody needs to know because it's timely, it's important, and as are you. So stay tuned because we have one of our favorite guests, Mr. Lou Esbin with Esbin Law, coming up to share with you all kinds of great information regarding the law that you need to know, so don't go away.